Yo, yo, yo. What is up, everybody? We are Easy Allies. I am Michael Huber with.
Gabby Montoot.
There she is. This
Great.
overlay is from. Gabby, do you want to talk about that?
Catch at T Catch on Twitter sent us an amazing episode spoiler mode Last of Us overlay.
Yes.
It looks great. And thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. In the words of Morbius, let's get into this.
It's Morbin time.
Yeah.
Spoiler mode, final warning, spoiler mode, activated.
Okay, so
Yes.
we start in Jakarta.
Yeah, dude. Loving these intros.
Yeah. I love getting this these other stories, you know?
Same. I feel like this is going to be a trend, Gabby. I feel like we're going to get one of these like every episode. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be down to see all the countries, you know? Let's go to London next. Let's go to Russia. Let's go to freaking wherever, dude. Japan.
I will
like-
also say the doctor going into the hazmat area and putting on the hazmat suit is such Craig Mazin core, Chernobyl core.
Totally.
I immediately turned to my roommate and I said, "Have you seen Chernobyl?"
So like, yo, he's in his element.
Yeah, he loves a hazmat suit.
Yeah. So yeah, I really like that. Again, it's not dramatically changing the post-apocalyptic outbreak vibe, right? Like obviously there's tendrils and whatever, but it's still the same outbreak happened, everyone died, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
But seeing these people even for a moment is having a really big impact and just making me look at it differently. Like I always tried to think about that when I play the game, of Outbreak Day, that 20-year time jump, what went down, how many people freaking died in the chaos, but it's one thing to think about
that. What's the population now? What percentage of the human population was killed?
Yeah.
Because when you look at the street, Indonesia, Jakarta, it's one of the most populous countries.
Yeah.
And seeing all the busy street and you're forced to confront oh, most of these people are dead.
Yeah.
And most of these people are dead almost immediately after this, the events of this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it's everyone you see is most likely going to be dead in those flashbacks. Totally. It was very dark when she was, and bleak when she was like, I've been studying this my whole life. Listen carefully.
Yeah.
There is no medicine. There is no vaccine. Let's bomb this shit, dude. When she was let's bomb them.
How she knows that? Yeah, bomb.
Yeah.
How does she know that though?
I mean, one of the leading experts on microbiology and funguses and in the time it would take, for how rapidly that would accelerate. When
That's true.
When she was how many people are missing, and the guy was 14. She in that moment, I thought, was okay, it's over. We're fucked. Yeah, that was, dude. That was such a turn.
So people theorized in the first episode that it was passed through wheat because in the beginning they don't get the pancakes.
Yeah.
They forget the birthday cake.
Yeah.
She doesn't eat the cookies. So they're avoiding eating, and people were oh, I think they're trying to signal to us that it's passed through baked goods.
Yeah, because
then go on.
In the game it was corn, right? Or something? Or grain.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. It's crops. Yeah. But wheat,
Which,
dude, I like
and
that.
that's happened before. Diseases have jumped from wheat to human beings.
It's freaky. It's honestly freaky.
Really freaky.
Any other thing about the intro section that you wanted to note or comment on?
When she opens the lady's mouth, and she pulls the mushrooms out of her, the like tendrils out of her mouth. That was disgusting. So much mouth and throat trauma.
Seriously, I'm disturbed.
Stops. It's like made me gag again. And then we'll get to it at the end of the episode, but I gagged again there.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, that guy in the end of the episode in the credits is Infected Kissing Man. Infected
Brilliant.
Kissing Man in the credits,
Infected
dude.
Kissing Man. Ugh. So gross.
Yeah.
So gross.
So then we pick up where last episode, left off, and they're in the city.
Kind of, but it's daytime.
Yeah, little, they had... The last episode ended with them, like, running in the rain. I assume they just got to shelter, and then that's where we picked up.
But it was nighttime.
Yeah, they probably went to sleep and then just...
So I'm just surprised they were like, okay, like, 12 hours, like, get your 6 hours in, and then we'll like, interrogate you or whatever.
Yeah, they needed a break after that, dude. That was traumatic.
Yeah,
that
they
was
need
a
to get
lot.
somewhere safe, lay down.
Probably letting the daylight come too, not wanting to go out at night. So like
That's
right
true.
out the night.
That's true.
But I really appreciated the pace of this episode, Gabby, because I was like, yo, we got 9 episodes, right? A lot of the episodes are going to be like geared around different character arcs and stuff. We got a lot to come on the horizon. I was like, I'm just stoked for a good old-fashioned, like, video game section. Like, let's have our characters go through this building, go through the streets, like, analyzing the infected. So I really liked the pace of that, of them just, like, kind of traveling through, going through.
And we also get major lore drops. Like, for those people who haven't played the game, they learn about the clickers.
Yeah.
But then we also see, like, all the people lying in the street.
Dude, that part was
reacting
awesome!
to the sun, like, rolling over. That was
Yeah! Dude, that was sick imagery, Gabby. That part was so cool. I love that.
That's, like, new Last of Us lore.
Yeah.
Like, that they're all connected via, like, a root system, basically. It's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I make sure to watch the behind the scenes for each episode, so we're on the same page there, everyone. And they were talking about... Mason was like, yo, the spores in a video game make more sense. It's a lot more believable that the spores will just, like, stay in a room, He's like, but it's he's like, yo, it's a hard thing to sell. It's a hard buy-in to assume that spores are not just going to be, like, airborne everywhere. Everyone is breathing it in. So he's like, yo, we came up with a realistic thing according to, like, fungus, mushroom biology and science and all that, just how it's all connected.
And it would suck to have scenes, like, full scenes where actors are wearing gas masks.
Yeah. I agree.
And, like, it just doesn't make... Like, after you got out of a room with spores in it, you would have them in your hair, on your clothes. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And the tendrils give us throat and mouth trauma, so I'm into it.
So gross. And, like, she acted the exact way I would. She basically screams and drops the... Oh, and even before we saw the stuff coming out of her mouth, she's, like, sticking the tweezers so deep into that woman's throat. Like,
it's messed up.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Someone said, man, I'm not kissing anyone for a week. That was so nasty.
It's so nasty. It's so nasty. It's so disturbing. So, we get some classic... The classic Tess and Joel and Ellie bonds, dude. The freaking best trio in the biz. What do you think of this? What do you think of them together?
It's so different than the game, but it's also so amazing. I love Anna Torv.
Yep.
Her speaking voice is amazing. Like, her deep voice. It's like, I'm obsessed with her. And yeah, I kind of liked, because in the game, they're wary of Ellie, but they're more just like annoyed at her.
Yeah.
I feel like. And then in this, it felt way more hostile.
In the show.
Yeah, in the show.
From Joel, definitely. Joel's ramping up the, like, hostile, get the F away from me. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like Tess actually was a little more warm in this.
Okay, yeah.
Because in the game, I feel like she's really closed off, like really distant. You know, all business. Let's get to the courthouse, blah blah blah. But it felt like she was really trying to connect with Ellie, which I really liked.
Yeah,
I loved those scenes actually with them.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it made me even, I was sad when Tess died in the game, but in this, it, like, affected me more, kind of.
Oh, it's one of my hardest deaths, dude. I hate it every time. It's one of my favorite characters, Gabby, is Tess. I love her so much.
So great.
Yeah.
And Ellie asked the question that I asked last week, though we didn't get an answer, like... she was like, are you...
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
None of your business.
Yeah, and well, then actually... Then later on in the end, there was a thing about that. Tess was like, yo, I never asked you to feel the way I felt.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means fucking Joel is way too traumatized to be in a relationship with any human. Was the vibe I got, and that she would have like pursued it a little more, but he's just so shut down. He's so closed off that he cannot do it. He cannot do it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess she just okay.
That was the vibe I
guess
got.
she just no, that makes sense. That makes sense. But they definitely fucked.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. At least, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There's history there. It's messy, Gabby.
They're too intimate,
messy.
they're too close. They like know each other too messy.
It freaks me out that Joel has an endgame weapon in the very beginning of all this, dude. He's rocking the machine gun.
The assault weapon?
Yeah. He's like, yo, what is this new game plus shit, Joel? Like, it's throwing me
Starting
off.
with the flamethrower.
Yeah, dude. It's throwing me off.
I mean...
And his aim.
Yeah.
Someone in chat, dude, his aim was freaking me out. It's like, yo, where are the headshots, Joel? Where are these headshots?
It's so much harder to do a headshot than it looks.
Totally.
Than video games make it feel. I mean, I guess he would be a really crack shot, but... Wait, I loved the part where he was, like, hiding against the pillar, and he was putting the bullets into his gun.
The clickers,
I was like,
Gabby.
this is Last of Us culture.
Yes, dude.
Single bullets.
Yes.
No full clips.
Yes. Yeah, and just really, like, I guess he was missing a lot, too, because it's just really trying to highlight the chaos of it all. Like, and in the game, too. Anytime an encounter with clickers goes down, it's just utter chaos. Like, so, yeah. Love that. What do you think of that whole museum set piece?
I mean,
that's such a big moment. What do you think?
Yeah. I went to college in Boston.
Sick.
I never went to that museum, but that, like, the alleyway kind of between those old colonial buildings where all the, like, bodies were lying and turning over and stuff. I've been there, been inside that building. I think that's Faneuil Hall.
Sick.
And yeah, it's just like this ancient, or not ancient, it's 300 years ago, but like, this history from, it's just the what is it called, the juxtaposition of like things people found enjoyment in, leisure activities from our time, plus it's this, like, at that time, like 300-year-old history, this Independence Hall,
Totally.
and then this stark, bleak, this is what humanity's become, the birth of America, the birth of the revolution versus, they're basically living in like they are living in like an encampment in under martial law. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, that was a big line too, Gabby, when Tess was like, "That's not my home," just referring to the QZ, just being like, dude, it isn't home. It's like you're not living, you're surviving.
Yeah, you're biding time until you die.
Yeah. So, just her like going all in with Ellie straight away is like such a great motivation that worked in the game, works in the show, dude. Just such a great motivation. I love it. Like, dude, we can we can win this after decades, you know, we can like do something about this.
And I liked. Is this in the game when Ellie's like, oh, they're trying to make a cure out of me? When Joel is like, oh, you know, I've heard that a million times. Miracle cures. Is that in the game?
Him saying that?
Or any references to like previous attempts to find a cure?
I feel like, yeah. Because the Fireflies, and for so long, you know, of course people would try to be cracking this thing from the government all the way to, like, Umbrella, you know? Umbrella Inc. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what I mean? From top to bottom, like, everyone would be trying to crack this thing. And especially the Fireflies.
I feel like it was, like, implied in the game, but I don't remember the, like... Because Joel seems exhausted by it. He's like, oh my god, like, everyone and their mother is like, oh, you know, if you take this homeopathic remedy, you're immune to being a zombie, or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, there's more of a, like, snake oil salesman energy.
Totally.
It seems like.
Yeah. Everyone just trying to get something for nothing in this world, too. Just that first episode, too, the, like, soldier just making deals, like, cigarettes and ration cards, and love that. Totally. I want to talk about the clickers a little more, because they're fucking amazing. I've said gross. It so many times, I truly believe it's one of the most iconic video game enemies of all time. I think it is, like, clickers are the top of the mountain. And so for me going into this show, there's a lot of expectations. There's a lot of things I want to see translated well, you know? Mm-hmm. Clickers, Gabby, being among the most important things to me for this show.
Iconic.
Yes.
It's iconic, like, Last of Us villain.
Yes.
Character.
It's like if you don't nail the clickers, like, what are we even doing here? And they nailed it.
They were
perfectly.
Disgusting.
They
were disgusting.
Dude, they were disgusting. They looked perfect. They sounded perfect. They were threatening. Dude, it was so perfect. And the behind the scenes was great. They were talking to the Chernobyl prosthetics guy. Same guy.
Yes, I was gonna say the prosthetics, incredible.
Yeah. So they
makeup and prosthetics.
Yeah, so they got him again, dude, right in the wheelhouse. Chernobyl shit, like flesh is peeling off people.
Yeah,
like,
peeling them, melting off.
Yeah. So I thought the most interesting thing, it was amazing. It was amazing, and I feel like this really sums up a lot of failed Hollywood adaptations of games. They said, yeah, we kept coming up with these new designs for the clickers and, like, you know, these different looks, and we always just kept coming back to the original. He's like, we always just came back to Neil and Naughty Dog's clicker designs, dude. If it is perfect, leave it as is. I feel like movies,
why reinvent the wheel?
Exactly. So many adaptations try to, like, change shit dramatically, and it's like, dude, just like I kept thinking, like, man, if they had just made a Resident Evil Spencer Mansion movie, like, 1 for 1, that's all anyone's ever wanted. And, like, here they are, dude. That scene in the museum was, like, so close to the game. It felt like, dude, obviously some deviations here and there, but just so authentic and awesome, dude. It was so perfect. I love those clickers.
It was just, like, the wetness. The clicker... They're, like, damp.
Yeah!
Just fucking gross.
Damp, dude. Moist. Totally. They totally are.
Like, just, like, shiny and...
Yeah.
And my roommate was, you know, she was like, oh my god, like, are they invincible? Like, are they invincible to gunshots? And I was like, well, they just don't feel pain. They're not invincible.
They take
but they're not alive.
Totally. I actually loved. I had such a I had such a game flashback when he shoots one near the end. The clicker is attacking him, and he shoots it once in the head, and it, like, staggers, and then he shoots it again in the head. And I'm always just like, dude, in the game, that first headshot will, like, fuck it up, and then you have to get the next headshot. I was like, dude, that's perfect. It's awesome.
So gross.
Yeah.
Also, they felt. I think something that Last of Us 1, like the original Last of Us 1, you didn't see as much, and then they kind of got it more in Last of Us 2, is like seeing the human body behind the clickers.
Yo, yeah,
like
because the detail.
seeing like hair sticking out and like
Yes.
weird teeth
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and like seeing that there was once a person behind this, like, you know,
Totally.
gross
Unsettling.
mushroom person. Yeah.
The
Like,
best.
one of the clickers fell down and you could see like the back of his head,
Yeah.
and it was like ooh, terrifying.
Yeah. It's so freaky, dude. It's perfect. And I just love how restrained that was, too. That action scene, that scene, you know, they were creeping through, dude. They were creeping through for like 10 minutes of a
It was-
45-minute episode, dude. Like,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Audiences can be patient. We want this kind of stuff. Yes.
I mean, Craig Mazin is the king of like hour-long episodes that feel like they're 2 hours long, but
Right.
it's a good thing. You
Yes,
know? Like,
yes.
like
Dense.
my roommate and my neighbor were both like, you know, watching like this, and my roommate kept saying like, "Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous."
That rules.
He does dread so well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's so funny because he said that's what Neil Druckmann does. In the behind the scenes, Craig Mazin was like, yeah, dude, Neil knows how to capture fear. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, okay, yo. So both of them, dude, what a match made in heaven. It's so
Yeah,
perfect.
really,
Yeah.
really.
So then we got to the courthouse at the end. You know, we went through the museum. Anything up until the courthouse that we breezed over, Gabby, that you
Courthouse?
wanted to mention?
Oh, the State House.
The State House, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything up until that point that you wanted to discuss, or do you think we got it?
The frog on the piano.
Love that
Very
frog on
cute.
the piano, dude. Yes.
I like seeing animals. I love seeing animals in this, you know, because nature's retaking, and I guess they are immune,
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah. Amazing.
So-
That's amazing.
Like the ducks are like hanging out, and then there's the frog on the piano.
I always love
I also-
birds flying in a vista.
Yes,
Saw those
yes.
birds. I was like, yeah.
I also liked seeing Ellie like be a kid, like go and play the piano.
Yeah.
And I like that they are still letting her be funny. Like
Totally.
when they're like, oh, if
14.
she moves, like if she makes a move, and then
Yeah.
she's like, "Bruh."
Yeah.
Like that's so cute. She's so funny.
Yeah, that scene was a little remixed because it's when Joel and Ellie go to the hotel alone in the game.
Okay, that is what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joel
Yeah,
says,
yeah.
"Too rich for my blood." When he's talking about like staying in a hotel like that, I always remember that line.
Isn't it also she's like, oh, what do you miss the most? And he's like, oh, coffee or something. Isn't it the same? Yeah.
Same area. Yeah, there's like the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that they kind of like remixed that. But I like that Tess said it. It's just like, yeah, a little out of our price range. Like, yeah. Before we get into the very, very end too, I had this thought, Gabby, because we were talking about the way that the infected can react to other infected like miles away because of the connection, right?
Yeah, she's like, oh, if you step on a something, yeah.
Yeah. Do we think that will be a mechanic in Last of Us Factions or Last of Us Part 3? Do you think they'll implement any of the show stuff or any stuff like that? I was like, dude, I could see that. I could see them putting that in the game. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I guess.
Just something interesting. I thought. Just
It is
something I
interesting.
thought. of.
Yeah, it is interesting. I wonder.
Yeah. Just something
Someone
I thought.
said it's in part 3. Lock it in.
Lock it in, Dark Knight. Lock it in. Oh. Okay, so we get to the State House.
Yes.
And this part was a little different because instead of Fedra busting in, we got infected everywhere.
Right. Joel says one person got bit,
Yeah.
and then the infected fought the uninfected, and everybody lost.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
of course the tendrils, alert the big horde and they're on their way. But
Well, I think it's the gunshot, right?
Yeah, and the they like grabbed the one's like hand,
Yeah, yeah.
and then it went to the other ones, and it like grabbed the other one's hand like a mile away, and they all got up and started
That
running.
was a mile away?
Or like a good amount away, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like across the room.
No, it was like down the street, not a mile away, but like a quarter mile away, maybe. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
I did not.
Because there was
notice
one
that.
in the room, the one he shot in the room,
Yeah,
and then it alerted the ones outside,
I
and
did
they all
not
came like sprinting in.
realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was intense, but
So gross.
so this scene plays very similarly to the game. It's one of my favorite scenes in the whole game, actually. When what are we doing here, Tess? Like, this isn't us, dude. I love that shit in the game, dude.
Oh, I like when she
What do you
said,
know about
"I'm
us,
saying."
dude? We didn't get it.
Yeah,
I was sad. What do you know about us? She didn't say it.
But I love that she says in the game too, where she's like, "I'm staying."
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Oops, dude. Bit. It's so brutal, dude. It's so brutal. Tess is the goat.
God.
I hate it. Yeah. And then similar. I mean, there's.
But we don't see her after they leave.
Well, she gets kissed by infected kissing man.
No, in the game.
Oh, well, no. Remember, you hear the shots, and then you go back upstairs and you look down and you see her dead body there, and there's like, took out two of ours. And the Fender's coming after you. Yeah, I was like, dude, Tess should have taken out like 4, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah. Boo. Oh, right. Okay, Dark Knight. They gave Ellie a second bite.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, of
Why?
course, great.
Well,
Good call.
why do we think they did this?
To really lock in the audience to know that she is fucking immune. There's no tricks, no BS. To really be like, hey, audience, she is immune.
Yeah, nip that in the bud.
Yeah.
Like, don't even think about that.
Yeah, don't even
worry about
think
it.
there's a twist here. She is immune. And then also, like, that helps just Joel, realize, we want Joel to kind of come off his guard a little bit. If he was like half the season, just like, yo, you infected?
Yeah.
Yeah, you infected? Yeah. So I think that.
Yeah, you're right.
So. But yeah, scratch. Yeah, she got the scratcher. I thought that was.
No, it was a bite. There were like bite marks.
It looked like a scratch.
But why would a
Below
scratch
the
matter?
bite.
I think it's only a bite, right?
I think if you get scratched too, they say, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Deep enough scratch, you get in the blood. Get that moist wetness in the blood.
That wet gore.
Yeah. Chat says that they think it was a bite. We see conflicting things. We see scratch and bite in chat.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah.
It looked like a bite. It was like round, like a.
I'm gonna say a
human
batch
mouth.
or a sight. Something
Great.
in the middle. There we go. Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Tess, dude, just sacrifice, same shit. Like, looking for redemption, looking for meaning and purpose for the last 20 years of doing really probably terrible things by her own admission. Joel and Tess did a lot of intense shit over the years, and she feels like she can get out with like some hope, dude, if they just take Ellie. If they make that happen. So.
Well, seemingly Tess has no one else. Like, it seems
Yeah.
like Joel and Tess got each other.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it.
Totally.
So if, I just thought of something, but it's a spoiler for the end.
End of the whole show?
The whole game.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, if you're here, chat, I don't know.
Fair game, chat?
Is it fair game? It should be fair game. It's a 10-year-old game. And the show might be a little different.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair game.
So many. Everyone. Yeah.
So, Tess makes a sacrifice in this episode.
Yeah.
And it's part of the game. Kind of in an opposite way. Like, Ellie wants to sacrifice herself at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But, like, Joel I don't even know really what my point is here, but like Joel doesn't let, she's a woman, she makes her own decisions, but he lets Tess make this decision to go, to go down with the ship,
Yeah.
to, kill herself to save them.
Yeah.
And to save humanity, ultimately. But then Ellie attempts to make that decision at the end of the game. We don't know about the show, I assume so.
Yeah.
And he, like, doesn't let her make that decision.
Yeah. I think I think it's a little different this time around because Tess is already a goner. Tess is done. There's no hope.
True.
Like, she is, no matter what, dead, whereas Ellie can live. Yeah. But it is a little different. But also, dude, it is, if you do want to go deeper, it is pretty fucked up because he really respects and listens to Tess. Yeah. Whereas he is a little more controlling of Ellie, for sure. Obviously, a lot of that has to do with his past trauma, but yeah, there is.
Right,
I feel like there is some of that there, though, too. That's an interesting comparison, for sure. I like that. So then, we get to the final moment of this episode, dude. We get a little tendril kiss. The tendril kiss that will be now immortalized on the internets for infected kissing man.
Infected kissing man.
Infected kissing man now is infamous
performance. And they're like,
why, dude? Tess, why are you standing there letting this happen, dude? I guess because she's just trying to fiddle with the.
What's she gonna do? Run?
I don't know.
Infected.
Like, I don't want to get kissed by tendril kissing man. Just like rip me to
shreds.
No
one wants to. No one wants that.
And dude, the lighter kept freaking me out. I was like, dude, just pick up one of those grenades. Just pull a pin on one of those grenades, Tess.
Yeah, I really don't know why she just, like, insisted on the lighter. Like, you're already infected, just walk up to a grenade, pull the pin, and blow yourself up.
God. Dude, it was
You would also die faster if you did that.
I know. So she finally gets it, dude. Blows the whole place to smoke. And I actually loved this final shot, Gabby, of Ellie standing there alone. Thanks, Joel. Thanks for comforting me, Joel. She's just standing, like, fucking bodies, flames, dude. She had, like, just started connecting with Tess. Tess dies.
I mean, she's freaking out when...
Joel just, like, walks off, dude.
Takes her away, yeah.
He just walks, storms off.
I mean, I feel like what we're seeing in her performance in that moment is, like... And in the writing is, like... This is not going to be easy. Yeah. Like, anything could happen. This isn't going to be us, like, traipsing around having a grand old time.
Yeah. The stakes have raised. Big time. Big time. Oh, my God. I'm like,
this is what we're up against.
Yeah. Man, Gabby, I'm not ready for the bad humans to show up, dude. Fuck bad humans.
I'm so ready for it.
I fucking hate bad evil humans. Get them out of here, dude. It's gonna be so uncomfortable. It's gonna be so
fun.
Oh. Oh, dude. Joel hype. Joel will have a thing to say to some evil humans. He'll have something to say about it. Still a lot to go, Gabby.
So next week we're for sure seeing Bill. I was wrong, obviously. We did not see Bill and Frank.
Next one, yes. Bill on 3.
Yeah.
Dude.
Nick Offerman.
Yeah.
Whom I adore.
Hell yeah.
And Murray Bartlett, who I also adore.
Yeah, that was interesting. Tess said Bill and Frank this time.
Well, they wouldn't know.
Yeah. But I just thought it was interesting that they called Frank out there. Regardless if he's alive or dead. Just like, hey, Bill and Frank. Instead of, like, just Bill.
Also, remember, Bill doesn't know that Frank is dead.
Yeah. Good old Frank.
But yeah, you're right. Like, they're a unit. Bill and Frank.
Totally. They're a team. Hyped for that. Any other thoughts, Gabby, as we sign the hell off?
And chat, do you have any thoughts? Did we miss anything important?
Yep. So good. So good. 7 more
Marco
episodes.
Gorgar keeps putting this.
Why was Ellie
link
eating
in
a
chat.
sandwich when it's implied flour makes people infected is a very good question. Maybe it was gluten-free?
She's also immune, so. But you're right, they just do eat sandwiches, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was gluten free.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
And
cricket
remember
flour.
though, that's like 20 years ago. If there were any that shit's probably not infected now, in the now timeline. Yeah, you're making that shit in your camp, rather than
true, you're
like
growing
the
it yourself.
initial. Yeah.
It might be like, they might run it through
Mm-hmm.
something to disinfect it or whatever.
Totally.
Well, chat, anything else?
Love the sounds in this game. They need to win some type
Oh,
of award.
whoa, suddenly I can't hear you.
Oh, hello.
Oh shit.
What'd you do? What'd
I
you
hear
do?
myself, but I can't hear you.
Are you okay?
Oh.
You're right. Gabby's tripping. Gabby's tripping.
What the heck?
Gabby's
What the
infected. Gabby's gonna turn into a clicker,
Oh,
chat.
okay.
Look out.
Okay.
You good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right.
Sorry.
Chill.
Sorry.
All right, we still got 7 more episodes. That's like 2 months worth of Last of Us, chat. This is a gift. It really is a gift. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're making it right. Take
my
notes, Capcom.
expectations- I had high hopes, low expectations. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't want to get too. I didn't want to get too excited. I didn't want to get my hopes up because I didn't want to be disappointed.
Yeah,
But so far, I'm not disappointed at all.
totally.
I'm loving it.
Yep,
You gotta trust Craig Mazin.
totally.
Gotta trust Craig Mazin. He's gonna do
Absolutely.
it right.
Yes. Gabby, I'm really excited for next episode. I think we're gonna get some good character stuff with Bill. You know, this was definitely like a more action-adventure episode. I feel like next one will probably slow it down just a little bit.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We're gonna see some cool traps, probably.
Oh my god, dude! Nail bombs! Let's go! Yes! Dude, I'm ready for a sick Molotov, too. Just like, bah!
Oh, can't wait for Molotov.
Dude, Bill
Those
with
are
a
my favorite
shotgun, too. I'm ready for some shotgun blast to the head.
I'm ready for the wires.
Oh my god,
The,
yeah.
like,
The
the
tripwires?
tripwires?
Hell yeah. Also, I hope they haven't had much of a reason to yet, but I really want to see some scavenging, Gabby. I want to see them picking up trash, dude. I want to see them picking up bandages and
Why?
cloths and, like, little ammos. Dude, little scraps.
Oh, okay. Speaking of bandages, that's something I thought of and my roommate pointed out. Like, in the game, if you get hurt, you kind of can just bandage yourself up and you're good.
Yeah.
And you can jump from a great height and be fine.
Yeah.
But we got Joel breaking his knuckles.
Yeah. That's probably why his accuracy
And-
fucked up.
What?
That's probably why he was missing a lot of those shots, is I forgot his hand was messed up.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Tess twisted her ankle.
Yeah.
And then also, we're like, because Joel is in his 50s,
Yeah.
and he's like jumping around, parkouring and shit. And I like that when they walked up the 10 stories,
Yeah.
the two of them were like, "Ugh, we're old. We can't do this anymore." I love that. They're like real people.
Great detail.
Real 50-year-olds.
I'm really glad you pointed that out, Gabby, because those are the tiny little moments that,
Right. Like, that's boring in a video game. Like, that sucks.
yeah,
But in a TV show, it's perfect.
Yeah,
They're so
those-
much more human.
totally. Those little moments really, yeah, they just humanize everyone and pull you into that world more, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, everybody, that was Last of Us Episode 2, spoiler mode, with myself and Gabby. We'll be back here next week to talk about Billstown. Get hyped.
Probably.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hopefully, probably.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah. They'll gear up, looking for a battery, probably go to a school, maybe fight some, like, intense infected, if you will. Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, she
Maybe.
referenced, she was like, oh, are there really infected that, like, explode and shoot spores at you or whatever? And they were like, like,
yeah, dude.
we're about to see them. Floater.
Yep. Really excited for Ellie and Bill's interaction as well. That's gonna be good. All right, Chad. Anything else, Gabby?
No, nothing from me.
All right. We're doing Goaties tomorrow. That'll be fun. I will see you there, Gabby.
Yep.
Tuesday we got group stream. I think we're playing River City Girls too. Yes.
Fun.
4 players. And then yeah, we will be back here same time next week, just right when the episode ends. Give or take 30 minutes. And thanks for being on this journey with us, chat. See you next week.
Spoiler mode, final warning, spoiler mode activated.